Welcome back to episode 3 of your go-to stop for all things nerdy and geeky.
We have a jam-packed episode for you tonight.
We cover the latest releases on the big and small screens.
We have our Game On crew bringing you another Let's Play.
And Mike and Spencer make their return in What If.
All that and so much more right here on Talk Nerdy to Me. We're honored to be your nerds for the evening.
I'm Tessa Hickey.
And I'm Dan Walker.
As always, we're going to start things off with your first Nerd Flash update.
This past weekend's big box office release shows Alec Baldwin playing someone who has been sent on a covert mission as a double agent to try and infiltrate a family and rid them of the thing that's putting him out of business. Oh, and he's a baby. That's right. DreamWorks' latest release, The Boss Baby, has been released on March 31st and surprisingly jumped to the top of the box office, earning just over $50 million during its opening weekend. The Boss Baby took over Beauty and the Beast's top spot, knocking them down to number 2. However, it hasn't been met with much critical praise at this point. At the time of this recording, it has a 49% on Rotten Tomatoes and a Metascore of 50. One could only have hoped for more from a movie that has a cast consisting of Alec Baldwin, Steve Buscemi, Tobey Maguire, Jimmy Kimmel, and Lisa Kudrow.
Bailey has more of your latest movie and TV releases in this week's Sick Flicks.
Welcome movie and TV lovers to this week's edition of Sick Flicks. I'm your host, Bailey McGregor, and Netflix has released a new series on March 31st called 13 Reasons Why. A series based on a book that deals with 13 reasons as to why high schooler Hannah Baker killed herself. And on the big screen, we've also seen the releases of both The Boss Baby and Ghost in the Shell. The Boss Baby won the battle for the top spot at the box office, while Ghost in the Shell is currently sitting at 3rd. More on Ghost in the Shell will come later in the show, but to talk more about 13 Reasons Why, we have Studio C's Mikayla Chamberlin. Mikayla, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on the show.
So Mikayla, we're going to start out with one of Netflix's latest releases, 13 Reasons Why.
Yes.
And for those who haven't seen it, can you give a brief spoiler-free description of the show?
Okay, it's about a 17-year-old girl, Hannah Baker, who leaves behind a shoebox filled with cassette tapes explaining the 13 reasons why she commits suicide. And each reason is another person, so there are 13 episodes and 13 people that contribute. And it's just consists of both flashbacks and what's happening in current event, in the current plot.
All right, so is there any character that stands out to you?
Well, Hannah Baker, obviously, who's the main character, but there's so many interesting ones. Zach is a very good character. I liked him a lot.
I do too. I think there's really good 50% bad, 50% good.
Yeah,
that character, I like him.
There are a lot of good characters like that, I thought, that where at the surface they seemed like maybe they weren't that great, and then as you continue to scratch the surface beneath them, you're not sure.
You see why they're like that.
Like with Jessica, I wasn't sure how I felt about her for a very long time, because she is a very interesting character, and none of them are perfect, but for the most part, most of them have redeemable qualities.
Yeah. So how accurate do you think the show is in its portrayal of themes such as depression and suicide?
I thought it did a great job. I thought sometimes the dialogue was a bit over the top, but for the most part, I just thought the plotting and the storyline was very well done, and I thought it was very honest, and it was a story that needed to be told, which I thought. I thought not enough stories are told like this that is getting this much attention.
I thought it did a really, 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 really good job of covering those topics.
Yeah.
They're not easy to cover, and they're even harder to convey in such a wide medium like that. Yeah. So I think it did a really good job with showing the main character's reaction to the tapes.
Yes.
And I think I myself had trouble with the pacing, but also I didn't in a weird way, because it was kind of slow, but then again that slow pacing really made you want to keep watching, because you wanted to know if he was ever going to, so you wanted to know what would happen next. You just wanted to keep seeing.
Yeah. I thought the show was very brave in what it did, and was still very it was just the way they did everything was very well done.
It was very intense, I thought,
It was very
too.
intense, and I thought their portrayal of Clay was of the other main character, the one who finds the tapes. I thought he did a great job.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
I agree with you. So the show ended very open-ended. Do you think that we can expect to see a second season somewhere along the line?
I feel like there probably will within like a year or so from now, after the initial hype begins to wear down. I think I've been hearing a lot about a season 2. I think there will because there's still more story to tell, and I think they can go into more of like the long-term effects of grieving and just long-term grieving, and not just the initial impact of what happens. Because there's still so much that needs to be fleshed out as far as the characters go.
Right. So, well, that's all the time we have this week for Sick Flicks. Thank you to Mikayla for joining us. And coming up next, we have CiCi and Anime Today.
Welcome to Anime Today. I'm CiCi Caputo. Some of you may be watching this show and wondering, what exactly is anime? That's the question I'm going to try to answer today. Before we dive in, let me preface this by reminding you that anime is an art form, and art in its nature is very subjective and hard to define. But we're going to try. Let's start off with the Merriam-Webster definition of anime, a style of animation originating in Japan that is characterized by stark, colorful graphics depicting vibrant characters in action-filled plots, often with fantastic or futuristic themes. That's a mouthful. And it isn't wrong, especially since a lot of shonen anime is localized in the United States. The most common examples are Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Naruto, just to name a few. Even before that, we have Astro Boy, Voltron, Transformers. You know, what your parents grew up watching. They probably didn't even know it was anime. Mine didn't. With the exception of Naruto. I'm wondering if these can be considered accurate examples of the art that drives anime. These shows exist primarily to sell toys, trading cards, action figures, and the like. They sell the story as a secondary product. These giant commercials are still part of the art form, but personally, I'm not sure if they should be our go-to quantifiers anymore. There's more to anime than just flashy fight scenes and ridiculously proportioned busts, waistlines, and muscles. The great ones I talked about earlier in the season, Erased, Orange, Yuri on Ice, Fullmetal Alchemist, they all tell great stories with heavy emotional overtones. The humor and the fan service are still present, but the story remains at the foreground. Not to say that shows that exist primarily for fan service aren't anime. They're still part of the art form. In fact, it's become its own subgenre at this point. No one's watching for the plot, I can assure you. They still draw on viewers and profit off the merchandise attached to them, waifu body pillows. However, it's not very objective to pigeonhole anime into few of the cultural stereotypes surrounding it. Let's take a step back and look at where the word anime originated from. Anime is just an abbreviation of the Japanese pronunciation of the word animation. I'm not sure if that simplified it for some of you or confused you even more. The definition that I'd like to leave you with tonight is my own, which comes from countless hours spent watching and thinking about anime. Anime is storytelling through animation. There, done, simple as that. That's all the time I have. Dan and Tessa, back to you.
Coming up after the break, our Game On crew comes back with another video game.
This week, they play a game called Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Sounds interesting. Stay tuned in to Talk Nerdy to Me. Welcome back, you lovely nerds.
Let's head straight on into Nerd Flash. We're coming up on almost 1 year of Overwatch. Blizzard's very popular IP, Overwatch, was released on May 24th of last year and has been incredibly popular ever since. Overwatch quickly became a very popular esport and subsequently has spawned in an Overwatch World Cup that's being planned by Blizzard currently. The way the tournament is said to work is that they will rank countries by taking the average ranking of each country's top 100 competitive players. From there, they will take the top 32 countries, and each country forms a team to compete in live matches in regular tournament style, until only 2 countries are left to compete in the playoff round. Teams will form in May, and throughout the summer, there will be mini tournaments across the globe to pick the 8 teams that will brawl it out for the Overwatch World Cup at BlizzCon in November.
Well, it may not be an esport, but our Game On crew brings you another Let's Play on this week's Game On.
So I'm the producer of Talk Nerdy to Me, James Andre. Joining me is CiCi Caputo, talent for Anime Today, as well as the former producer of Talk Nerdy to Me Season 2.
Hey.
We're going to be playing some Ultimate Chicken Horse.
I have no idea what I did.
Where? Oh, you're over on the couch.
Well, how do
Are we
I
doing that? No, we're not shared controller.
No. How do I get off the couch?
B? Just to...
Lit.
Alright, so... Isn't there like some way to unlock like party mode or something?
I think you have to have a...
I actually have played this before.
Yeah.
Ah. That makes sense. Oh, there it is. It's right there.
Oh, mode.
Yeah. Boop.
Boop.
Free play. No, we want party mode. Yeah, it's a party.
What does party mode do besides change the scenes?
I don't remember. I knew, but I don't remember.
Ooh, you get the party box.
Oh yeah, you pick one
This
thing.
is the mode I've played.
I'm
gonna just go ahead
Just
and put
gonna-
that there.
Try our luck.
Okay, you ready? What is the extra
Oh
run?
no, you can't.
You can't run and jump. You can't run and jump,
You
folks.
cannot run and jump.
We both just tried it at the same time.
Ooh,
A. Let's Oh, it needs to go on something.
Oh. Whoa. Oh no, I was so close.
Oh boy.
Oh, that looks
Oh,
really
look at all the
weird.
ices. Yeah. It's not physically possible.
Now it is.
I like this mode. This is what I played with
Yeah.
Funhouse on. I'm gonna just put that on. Yep.
Gonna put this right there. Oh no.
There you go. Just a little sticky.
You can run and jump.
I think you just have to let go of run. Oops.
No, you hold them both at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Go.
I won.
Oh, I saw.
Is this a black hole
Yes,
of nothing?
oh my
I got
gosh.
it! I don't know what it does, but I got
I
it.
love this thing.
If you like land on it, do you just like get sucked into eternal darkness?
Yeah.
Sounds like my life.
Well, neither of us are gonna land on it now. Oh, well, the horses died.
Okay, I need to like, oh,
You need to what?
not die.
I'm gonna make it a little bit easier for both of us. By both of us, I mean me.
Yep.
Oh!
Did you not see that I put that there?
No, I did not. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
This is not going so well,
Well, we're tied.
but that is, whoa. I want a coin.
I'll put that. I could be a jerk,
What is it?
but I can just be a jerk to myself.
What is it?
Try not to jump into it.
Haha, I got a, oh yeah, I got a coin.
Oh man, you get extra points for the coin too.
Yeah, that's why I hit it behind the start. Haha!
I'll take you. Right there.
Haha! I think I win. I win.
I'd say so.
I win. I
The
win.
ultimate raccoon again.
Woo!
I always lose to raccoons. We should make a custom Talk Nerdy level one time.
Let's do it right now.
Make it right now?
Yes.
Can
Let's
we?
do D, because we're on PSTV camera D.
I think
right
you have to
now.
like load
Oh.
a level.
Oh. Oh.
Input level code. Wait.
Okay. Keyboard. Let's get the keyboard. TNTM. Is it a code? Oh wait, we're
I
not
think it
connected
means,
to the
like-
internet.
No, we're not connected to the internet.
Whoops.
Well, that was useless.
All right. No!
Hey!
I got too excited, went a little too fast.
And the coin.
Yeah. Coin.
Barbed wire. This stuff kills you, by the way.
Yes, I assumed. Well, that is just rude.
Okay, I'll put it down here. Wow, that Stairway to Heaven. Oh my gosh, again?
Oh no! Okay, we're good. I think I win again.
I was closer this time.
I'm the ultimate raccoon 3 times in a row.
Just because I played this on stage doesn't mean I'm actually good.
You told me you made it to the finals.
I did. And then I choked. The pressure got to me.
You didn't even get a chance to choke this time.
Nah.
So this has been Ultimate Chicken Horse on Game On. I am James Andre.
I'm CiCi Caputo.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, talk nerdy to me.
Woo!
Alright, you're going down. Oh, whoops.
Well, you took away the disco.
Thank you so much, guys.
Make sure you stay tuned in, because after the break, we have Spencer break down this week's Critical Miss.
And we're back.
Here's our latest Nerd Flash update. Ghost in the Shell has been released on March 31st and has not been well received at all. The movie is currently in 3rd place in the box office behind The Boss Baby and Beauty and the Beast, having earned $18.6 million. The movie currently has a 45% on Rotten Tomatoes and a Metascore of 53. The movie was never expected to do well in the box office, as claims of whitewashing have been surrounding the film since its first trailer was released. While that may not be the only reason for the film's poor performance, one can believe that it's certainly one of the main reasons. To talk more about the recent release of Ghost in the Shell, we have our segment dedicated to the flops of nerd culture, Critical Miss.
Take it away, Spencer.
Hello, and welcome back to another segment of Critical Miss. I'm your host, Spencer Vann, and today we'll be taking a look at the recently released film, Ghost in the Shell. For those unfamiliar with the franchise, Ghost in the Shell was originally created as a series of Japanese graphic novels in the early 90s, and later on received a number of animated films as well as a short television show. The series takes place in Japan during the mid-21st century, where futuristic innovations like cyber augmentation exist. The protagonist is Motoko Kusanagi, an augmented cybernetic human who is employed as a law enforcement agent of Public Security Section 9. Recently, the live-action film was released on March 31st, which did not see a very positive reception. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film received a 45% rating by 171 critics, which averaged out to a 5.6 out of 10. While these may not be definite, a number of possible factors could have led to the poor reception. The first being accusations of whitewashing, involving Scarlett Johansson as the lead role rather than an actress of Japanese ethnicity. While these accusations did not plague the film's production in any way, it may have contributed to the bad reception. Another factor to be considered is the competition that Ghost in the Shell had while it was released in theaters. Throughout the month of March, familiar franchises such as the Power Rangers, Beauty and the Beast, and King Kong were released, which may have overshadowed the live-action anime adaptation. And lastly, while the Ghost in the Shell franchise does have a considerable fan base, it may not have been large enough to support a worldwide theatrical release, commercially or financially. Speaking of money, as of April 4th, the movie has only grossed $60.1 million worldwide against a $110 million production budget, making it a financial box office blunder. Perhaps the film will do better as time goes on in theaters, or perhaps it was just a critical miss. That's all for this week, folks. I'm Spencer Vann, and you've just watched Critical Miss.
Thanks, Spencer.
Coming up after the break, we have a return of our very popular segment, What If?
You won't want to miss it, so stay tuned into Talk Nerdy to Me.
Only on PSTV. Glad you nerds are back.
Let's jump right into our latest Nerd Flash update of the evening. Apple is starting to move its employees into their new campus in Cupertino, California. The building, nicknamed the Apple Spaceship, is a massive 2.8 million square feet house on 175 acres of land. Residents of the surrounding area are concerned about the 12,000 employees that will be regularly commuting to and from the site every workday, as it will increase the already heavy traffic. Apple has responded to by stating they hope to use shuttles to and from the facility, as well as they hope to enforce an initiative that sees that 34% of traffic into the facility aren't single occupancy vehicles. On a totally unrelated note, we have a fan favorite segment, What If?
Take it away.
Hello, and welcome back to What If. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if the world of Grand Theft Auto were real? If you were able to commit multiple murders, countless crimes, and dozens of car thefts all within one day? Well, wonder no further as we ask, what if?
your turn to shoot him.
I'm not shooting this guy. I'm pretty sure it's your turn.
No, it's Thursday. It's your turn.
See, I don't remember Thursdays being my turn.
We have a schedule set up for this. Oh!
Get out of the car! Come on!
Well, there you have it. We hope you've enjoyed this simulation and have agreed with the outcome. As always, I'm Spencer Vann, and this has been What If?
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Talk Nerdy to Me.
Make sure you keep watching PSTV for all of your nerdy needs.
And make sure you mark your calendars, because PSTV Live Night is coming up soon.
Every show on PSTV is going to go live the night of April 28th, starting at 7 o'clock, all the way up until 11.
As usual, Talk Nerdy to Me will be finishing off the night at 10:30.
You don't want to miss this special episode. You never know what surprises might happen.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight.
Good night, everyone.